Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures, and happy Easter to all of you out there celebrating it today. I thought, you know what? What better way to spend it than taking a look at some models that absolutely would be appropriate for today, and I speak none other than of the Easter Bunny. Yes, I am not a big fan of rabbits, for whatever reason it is. I'm a duck man, if I had to take a choice between the two. But yeah, I figured, you know what, it might be kind of fun to actually look at some very Easter themed models. And, we can't start this conversation off without some good old Kingdom Death models. Now, this is Easter Aya. Don't know if she's going to be available. This is my horrid paint job from a few years back. Deal with it. But, there is both this one and the big deluxe 54mm version of the same model in a different pose that I have yet to build. I don't know if we've had any other Easter themed models, but we have had the Lagomorph Survivors as well. Now, these were the photo resin kits, and you do have both male and female versions. So there is a good chance that you might see these and the Easter Aya at some point in the future again around the holidays. Maybe in the next few days. Who knows? If we're going to be absolutely topical. But yeah, those are always fun ones. And honestly, the real reason I wanted to do this video was because I had printed some models off, and I thought, what a perfect excuse to show them off, because, well, they're rabbits. And like I said, I'm much more of a duck fan than a rabbit one. And Arcane Minis, who you might remember from the Skies of Sordain stuff, have been having a very successful run of models released through Patreon and My Mini Factory, but they had some Whorls recently. And I'm not one usually into the rabbits, like I've said, but I thought the Whorl Monk was quite impressive in his posing. And the Arcane Minis do tend to run a little large in their native resolution, like to the point where they can hang with the Kingdom Death stuff. And I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if it's just because they're rabbits, but they are quite large. And they do tend to have both male and female variations. I was particularly fond of this Whorl Rogue as well. Now be warned that those blades are quite fragile. I've already broken them. And again, she is a little bit on the taller side of things. And then there was this Whorl Sorcerer who I just thought was... he did not look like a very nice guy. I thought, that's quite fitting. Who wants a happy, flopsy Easter bunny, right? So these models really grabbed my attention. And there was another set of models from Cobra Mode. And I know it's been a while since we had some Cobra Mode stuff on this channel. I know I went all in on the Hanzaki and their various big lizard stuff. But recently they had these Guanghan, and those were their rabbit folk. And they had a set of Guanghan assassins. And I just could not resist. Plus, the prints actually came out pretty decent, I thought. Then again, most of the Cobra Mode stuff that I printed tends to be quite nice. And the assassins came in a group of 3, and are conveniently on My Mini Factory, if you are interested. I really like that armor. Very medieval, ancient China style. Which is something I'm always wanting to see more of with the tabletop stuff. A little bit of cleanup necessary still on those, but that's okay. And to fight these evil assassins, we had some sword fighting sisters. We had Indigo and Sunset Jade. And if you guys have heard me on this channel long enough, you'll know that I'm always lamenting the fact that there aren't enough Chinese-inspired models. So when we have some nice kung fu rabbits, get into the wuxia type stuff, I absolutely could not resist. Now they did have some little ribbons that were supposed to be in their hair. I don't know where I put them, unfortunately. Now, these models tend to be a little bit more in scale with typical human figures. They aren't as big as the Arcane Mini stuff. Something to be aware of. And also, just to remind everybody that some of the other ones that I really liked, Dragon Trapper's Lodge, had a full-on army full of rabbit folk for their Farmmancer set, their barnyard set. Something to keep an eye out for. They also had their little sheep hoppers. Hoppers of the Month Club. And their kaiju ones. And just for the heck of it, I also had to throw this in here when I saw this. Workman did a nabbit. How can you not want to have a nabbit on your tabletop? It's a big one. I don't remember them being that big. But I know with the whole hullabaloo of a certain recent movie that came out where these guys come from, I thought that would be a fun little release. So, like I said, we'll put those links down below. Just wanted to share the festivities because not getting to do it as much with my family this year as we usually do, unfortunately. So I figured we'll share some of that Easterly love with you guys. Hoping everybody has a good day. Hoping everybody is busy painting and enjoying their time with their loved ones. And we will put those links down below and see you guys later. So with that said, this has been Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures. And thanks for watching. And we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.